Mark here with M2M Detail. In this video, guys, I'll be walking you through opening up your own window tint shop. So if you're a professional window tinter, you've been working for other tint shops, and now you want to take the next step and open up your own window tint shop, I'm gonna give you a little walk through the shop, talk to you guys about some ins and outs, what to expect, what kind of tools you need. If you're a beginner, you don't really know much about window tint and you want to start learning, I'm gonna walk you through some of the tools you will need to get started and the best way to buy them. Everything's gonna be linked in the description, guys. And also, if you're looking for cutting software, a film distributor, I'm also gonna go over a couple of those, help you guys out with that, and what companies I trust and what companies are reliable. They give you, great feedback. They help you out when you're in trouble. They ship your packages right away. All that's gonna come into play. But all right, guys, before we get to the video, please like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. You can like at the end of the video if you want, but hit that subscribe right now. That would be awesome. All right, guys, let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, so let's talk about the first thing you need. You're gonna need a plotter. What a plotter is, it's a cutter, so it's pretty much gonna cut the film to the window specifications you need off the cutting software. If you don't have a plotter, let me give you some information about the plotters. Right here we have a VLX 40-inch GCC. We have a GCC 72-inch VLX over here. My 72-inch is strictly for paint protection film. My 40-inch is strictly for window tint. That's just how we run it here, guys. We do a lot of pre-cuts. If you don't know about the pre-cuts, check out our website, check out our eBay store. If you don't see a pre-cut you want, hit me up in an email and we'll get you what we got for your vehicle. So most of the time we have pretty much every cut. We run 2 cutting softwares, and we'll talk about that later. But overall, guys, 95% of your vehicles for window tint will be on a 40-inch plotter. I mean, there's very few cars that you need a bigger plotter to cut the window tint. The Model 3 back window would have to be cut on a bigger plotter like this one. So think about that. If you guys really want everything cut on the plotter, you probably want to get a bigger plotter like that. But if you're okay with hand cutting back windows every now and then, you'll be good with 40-inch. Overall, guys, talk about the price. You're gonna be looking about $6,000 on that one. You're looking about $2,500, $3,000 for that one. It all depends where you buy from. First things first, guys, if you are looking for a plotter, what you need to do is contact a window company, window tint film company. So if you like 3M, you like SunTek, you like SolarGard, Lumar, Expel, whatever company you like, their window tint film firm, hit that company up, get an account with them, let them know that you want to carry their film exclusively, or that's the only thing you want to use for them, and you need a plotter. They're going to work with you. They're going to get you that plotter at a cheaper price. They're also going to throw in some cutting software. Do your research about cutting software, guys. I know I went through about 2 companies before I got happy with the companies I'm with now. For cutting software, I use SolarGard for window tint, and I use SolarGard and SunTek for my PPF. So 2 things to think about, guys. SolarGard is a great company for window tint. SunTek and SolarGard are great companies. SunTek has a lot more different type of cuts for my PPF, so sometimes I run the PPF through the SunTek software. If you guys don't know about them, I'll put a link in the description for those 2 accounts. You can check them out, check out their website, contact them, a salesperson with them, and you get more information about that. Get some quotes for your plottering, get some quote on film. How much does the film cost? Ceramic film, regular film, dyed film, whatever you guys want to use. You can find out through them, and they'll give you a little price sheet of all the information. First things first, guys, if you do want a GraphTech, cool, get one. They're expensive. I never had a problem with my GCC plotters. That's why I don't feel a need to buy a GraphTech. That's a lot more money than my GCC. But I know the GCC plotter, or the GraphTech plotters are great. I haven't heard anything bad about them. A couple other shops I know use them. They love them, which is great. So if you want a GraphTech, go get a GraphTech. If you get a GCC plotter, just make sure you buy some rolling blades. It should come with a rolling blade, but make sure you got some extra ones. Ceramic tint will eat those blades up real quick, so you want to make sure you got some backup blades. Keep them sharp, keep them clean. If you guys don't know how to use a plotter, check out the video in the description. I went through kind of a GCC plotter, how to use it, so you can kind of see some information about that. All right, guys, let's talk about the next topic. All right, guys, so second thing you're probably gonna need at your window tint shop is a glass board like this. This is 5 feet by 6 feet. Make sure you have 2 people install this. They do get very heavy, and you can break it while installing, like I broke mine one time, so think about that. Also, we do have a little drainage on the bottom right here, guys, to help keep the solution off the floor, keep it going one way. What you're going to use the glass board for, it's going to be for cutting material, putting it up here, weed it out, take it to the car, make sure it fits, put it back up here. I mean, you're going to be going back and forth from your glass board to your car, so make sure it's in a good location. The vehicle's going to be close by. You're not taking that film too much in the atmosphere, picking up debris as you're taking it to the vehicle. So have a good location for that, and that'll be great, guys. And these aren't cheap. Just hit up a glass shop. I mean, they are kind of cheap, so they're not bad. But hit up a glass shop. Some glass shops are gonna charge you about 170 bucks, maybe 150 bucks. Some glass shops are like, oh yeah, I got some spare, you know, glass in the back, let me hook you up. So it's all a gamble, guys. Hopefully you get it for a cheap price. You do need to pay some money for the glass. They're really great and they make life a lot easier. I've been using this one for about 2 years, guys, and I really don't have that much cut on them, you know, scratching the glass with a razor blade or anything, because when you cut on these guys, you're really not even thinking about it. You're just cutting. You want to make sure you cut all the way through, which is great, because if you're cutting on a vehicle, guys, there's always that possibility you can scratch a glass, you know, cut into the glass. So with this, you don't even have to worry about that. All right, guys, next topic. All right, guys, so real quick, let's talk base about the shop itself. Make sure you have a clean shop. Make sure it looks professional. You know, you want your customers to be happy when they walk in, be happy, you know, be willing to trust you with their vehicle. If you have a shop and it's all messy, everything looks out of place, people are going to judge you by that. So make sure everything looks clean. You know, you have it organized. You know what you have and where it's at. Just stay on top of that. Stay on your organization. Make sure you have a game plan. Make sure you kind of have stations. You know, I have window tint station, PPF stations, you know, paint correction stations. I have everything in places I need them to be, and they're all together. So I'm not going around the shop a bunch of times. And your customers will notice that. Don't have dirty towels laying around everywhere, guys. Just keep everything clean, and that's going to help you guys in the long run. Okay, guys, real quick, let's go over some of these tools. I'm not going to pretty much go like on a full detailed stuff about them, how much they cost. I'm gonna link you to one website, filmhandlers.com. It's where I buy all my tint tools from. It is SolarGard. So if you don't know about SolarGard, SolarGard is a huge window tint company, great cutting software, great film, lifetime warranty. They'll help you out with anything. Great company, guys. I really do strongly suggest you hit them up, try them out. I've really been happy with them. Been with them since about 2 years now. They've been great to me. But overall, guys, first things first, before we talk about these tools, don't buy cheap tools. Be careful what you buy on Amazon. Be careful what you buy on unknown websites. You need a high quality plastic tool. And what I mean by that is some plastic tools have coatings on them to help them slide more. They have a different texture. You're not gonna be likely to scratch a window tint. Anytime you're using a plastic tool on window tint, there is a possibility you're gonna scratch it. So remember that. Don't try to squeegee a window out with a hard card. Bad idea. So first things first, guys, we're just gonna go through all these tools real quick. If you like what you see, check out the website. You'll find them in there. All right, first thing first, we got our peach cards, guys. Peach cards is a great plastic tool. They're about $3, almost $4. And this is the Easy Wing right here, which is great, you know, working like little triangle areas you can get in. Very flexible, very unlikely to scratch the tint, by the way. These are great tools. Next, you got your Concord. Everyone should have one of these, guys. Don't buy the ones on Amazon. Buy a high quality one, name brand. Plastics are a lot better. The rubber blade's a lot better. Smooths when you're trying to pull the solution out. Also, when it's on the window tint, it's not gonna catch it. Great tool. For my triangle, guys, I believe in Tri-Edge. I don't know if you guys know about Tri-Edge. Tri-Edge hard cards are excellent. The blue is a little more flexible. Orange is a little bit harder. So with this one, you have a little rubber right here, guys. So you're very, very unlikely to scratch a film. I mean, if you scratch a film with this, you did something wrong probably, or you picked up a rock or some debris and you took it on the film. So great tool, guys, during the gaskets along the side. MacTac, I like to use MacTac to shrink window film. That's just how I am. You guys might use hard cards, you might use your hand with a glove. Wherever works for you, works for you. I do like the MacTacs. Next, we got the yellow turbo. So yellow turbos, they're gonna come in different stiffness. You got medium and soft normally. To cut them, use a PVC cutter, the clamp one, to cut it down. That's gonna be your cleanest cut. That's gonna help you out to get the size you want. You will be buying them at 18 inches. But great tool to have, guys. These little one works great for little triangle windows where you can't get something like this in. Next, guys, is another Go Doctor tool, the Go Doctor Stroke, I believe it's called. And this works really good to get on the bottom of the back window, bottom of the windshield. Very flexible, guys. The rubber's really good. Glides really nice over the window tint. Really high quality tool, guys. Check them out. Next, we got another Go Doctor tool. I love this tool, guys. I love the handle. The squeegee blade is awesome. I don't have anything bad to say. That's a Go Doctor. Next, guys, is probably our most go-to is a Blue Max. You can buy any type of handle you want. It's up to you guys. This is kind of like what it came with. But the Blue Max blade is awesome. It glides perfectly. It doesn't really get caught up. Even when the window tint gets dry after your squeegeeing, you still got lubrication from this blade. I don't know how they do it. It's a great tool. And then next, we want to talk about two squeegees, guys. This is a 6-inch, 10-inch squeegee. 10-inch would be more for like a back window or a bigger window. Only thing bad about a bigger squeegee like this, if a window is curved really hard, it's gonna start getting some gap if you're not pushing hard enough. 6-inch won't do that. Just keep firm pressure. It's gonna be able to take that flex. So for sure get a clean squeegee. And like I said, this isn't for installing, this is just for cleaning the window. Next, we got a little scrubber. This is from Aerotech. A lot of companies make these guys. Really good tool, help you clean behind a third brake light to get in the hard reach areas where you can't get your hand in the pad in. So definitely get one of these, get the window clean. And this, guys, this is a cool tool. Don't use it often, I'm not gonna lie to you. You probably don't need it off the get-go, but when you do need it, it's the only tool you want that you wish you had. So I don't know if you guys know a Volkswagen Passat, something like that. So when you're doing that, I don't know if you guys know on the back window, you got the plastic right here and the glass is down here. So the glass goes all the way up and the plastic goes back down. And there's like a very tiny gap. There's no way to get your hand there hard card. Now with this tool, you can run in, right? And then boom, that little bend right there is gonna change your life to get that window tint done real quick. So like I said, it's not a go-to tool, but when you need it, you need it. So I do think you should buy one. It's made by Tri-Edge. Tri-Edge is also the same company that makes the triangles, and it's called the Reach. Next is gonna be a bulldozer. So a bulldozer is gonna be great for cleaning the window, laying down the tint, wherever you need it for. If you're going behind third brake light, you know, you'll be on top of third brake light. It's gonna take that flex of the angle of the window going, and then when you get down the bottom, you release it, it'll go up and you pull it out. With this little curve right here, guys, it's not gonna catch the window tint as you pull out. It's gonna take some time to get used to, but it works great. It's a must-have tool. Next is gonna be this. This is a great tool. Don't really know the name of it, guys. Check out the links in the description. Pretty much the same tool as this. This is my go-to, you know, to get all the edges down. It takes a good bend when you're working down the bottom windshield, bottom of the back window. If you can't get this in because it's too tight, this is when you're gonna use this. And this is gonna make your life a lot easier, help get down those bottom fingers if you got some issues down there. All right, guys, so that's just a little bit about the tools. We're not gonna get into too much detail about them, but I wanna make sure you guys understand the concept of don't buy cheap tools. And if you guys are already window tinting, I mean, you guys already know. So, you know, you gotta buy some high quality tools. It's gonna help you out in the long run. All right, guys, so next thing we're gonna talk about, we're gonna be talking about the shop a little bit. So if you're looking for a new shop, you don't know what to get, make sure you have a waiting room. Make sure you don't have to build that out. My shop that I got, you know, we have a waiting room up front. Customers have a window, we have a split door, they can kind of see what we're doing in back. I wouldn't suggest isolating your back room off to your office. Customers do like to see what's happening to the vehicle. Not saying they're gonna sit there and watch you the whole time, so just be aware of that. I know as a customer, if you were getting your car worked on, wouldn't that be cool if you could kind of peek and be like, oh cool, they're, you know, almost done, or yeah, they're working on my car, you know, whatever the case may be. It's kind of a good positive impact on the customer to know that you're right there behind that wall and they can see what you're doing. I mean, it is what it is. Everyone likes that. It does help with the customers. Most times we do not let customers wait in the shop, you know, during COVID and everything. So we normally tell them to drop off the vehicle, come back when we hit them up, you know, 2 hours, 1 hour, whatever the case may be. But, you know, as everything getting back to normal, you will have a lot of customers waiting in your waiting room. So make sure you have, you know, a couch, TV, you know, some entertainment. Also, you know, a little display case, wherever you guys need. You know, keep your customer looking around, maybe buying some other stuff. We sell chemicals here, we sell candles, wood, out of control. And we bring the baby too, so. All right, guys, real quick, forgot to mention the gasket puller. So a gasket puller is to pull out the gaskets. After you pop back with the top of the door panel, they have that rubber gasket. You pull this in there, pull the gasket out. Makes life a lot easier. All right, guys, so let's talk about some cost. Just give you a little information about it. If you're looking at a shop, you're probably gonna do a first, last, and a deposit. So looking at a $2,000 shop, $2,000 shop, probably be looking at like $4,000 to $6,000 out of your pocket just to get in the shop. And that's that. Make sure you ask a bunch of questions. We're not gonna get into too much detail about this, but make sure you're aware of the cost, make sure you get insurance. All that stuff is gonna play a big part of what you're gonna be able to buy. How much money do you need to open up your window tint shop? All right, guys, so I'm pretty much gonna wrap up the video right now. Hopefully you got some good information. You got some background information about opening up a window tint shop. And you know, if you guys have any more questions, please hit us up in the comments. Send us an email through our website. We'll get back to you, help you guys out. If you guys are quitting your job, opening up a shop, you know, more power to you, do it. It's a big risk, but at the end of the day, it should pay off as long as you guys are focused. Keep that customer base, you know, bring in more customers. You're gonna be good. Just make sure, you know, you're taking care of them. You're not doing bad jobs. That always plays a big part. If you don't like the way the tint came out, redo the tint, guys, because the customer's not gonna like it. So if you see something wrong, they're gonna see something wrong. Make sure you fix it. That's a big part, guys. You don't want to be on that page of, oh, it came out okay. You want to make sure all your customers are like, oh, they did a great job. So big part, guys, make sure you follow through on that part. I know we have, and it's been paying off. We've been getting a lot of benefit from that. We're always trying to do the best job we can. If I see something I really don't like, yep, take that whole tint off. We're gonna redo it, you know, whatever the case may be. Put the extra time in, even though it eats a little bit of your cost, you know, film material or time, you know, it does suck, but make sure you get the job done right. I can't talk about that enough, but that's it. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. As always, Mark out.